Hi y'all, it's Mary Beth Eversole, the allergy actress, and we are in my kitchen because I want to cook today. I'm starting this kind of video blog because I want to help. I just want to share recipes. I want to share videos for people so they can see what I cook and how I take care of my diet restrictions, and if that helps anybody else be able to do it for their friends or for themselves, you know, I think that's an awesome thing. Plus, I just want to share all these amazing recipes because they're so good, and I want everyone to see that you can eat with a restricted diet and still have yummy food. So today we are going to be working on risotto curry, and one of my favorites. I know that risotto sometimes strikes fear in the hearts of everyone around, but it's not that bad, especially when you have wonderful cookbooks like, ta-da! This one's saving my life. It's been saving my life for a while. It's called The Everything Food Allergy Cookbook by Linda Larson, and it covers allergy-free recipes for all the top 8 allergens, and then I just do substitutions for the corn allergy because it's not a top 8 allergen, even though it should be. So yeah, that's that. And this is a great cookbook because not only does it tell you the recipes, but it tells you like if there's a sauce or if there's like a kind of spice mix or something that needs to be also included in that recipe. They have a different recipe to teach you how to make the spice mix, the sauce, the mayonnaise, the whatever, without the allergens, you know, included. So that's where you find so many allergies, is in those sauces. Ugh, it makes me so sad. Anyway, okay, so we're going to make the curry part of the risotto first. That's the spice mix. That's on this page of this book. And here we go. So actually I'm going to bring this over here. Okay, so got my trusty little curry spice holder. And we're going to go first. Actually, let me show you the lineup. Here we go. We've got cinnamon, coriander, ground mustard, turmeric, cumin, ginger, cayenne pepper, and ground cardamom. Be sure not to confuse cardamom with coriander. They kind of look the same and they kind of sound the same, so, but they don't taste the same, that's for sure. Those are the spices that go into the mix, and so let's get going. I'm going to turn this just a little bit. Alright, so we've got cinnamon, 2.5 teaspoons. Screw the lid. I don't, unscrew the lid, not screw the lid. And that is teaspoons, not tablespoons. See, it can be a big problem if you do this as opposed to, this. See, look. Yeah. Pay attention in the kitchen. Okay. Teaspoons, 2.5. And, I mean, it's not baking. You don't have to be super precise, but whatever. I'm a recipe girl. I like to do that. Okay. Oh, see? You don't cook if you don't make a mess. You're not really cooking. Okay, that's the cinnamon. Alright, so now we have coriander. 2 teaspoons of coriander. By the way, buying in bulk, like all of the spices, and also like nuts, if you're not allergic to nuts, grains, oatmeal, things like that. If you buy it all in bulk, oh my god, you save so much money, especially if you're like me and you have to shop at the more expensive stores like Whole Foods and like Sprouts and etc. So if you buy in bulk, and as opposed to buying like these, you'll save a lot of money. I know that Whole Foods has a good bulk section. I know that Sprouts has an excellent spice bulk section because look, well, that's where I got it from. Also, they've got an excellent bulk section for other stuff. And then Natural Grocers, which, by the way, not in California. Hey, Natural Grocers, get on it. You need to come out here because you're my favorite store. Okay, anyway, Natural Grocers is in Colorado, it's in Kansas, which are the other 2 places I've lived. And they've got an amazing bulk section and their prices are so good. So anyway, coriander, that's what we're doing. We're doing 2 teaspoons coriander. And I'm gonna go here. And again, it doesn't have to be precise unless you want it to be, because this is just spice, so do it to your taste. Alrighty. There's our coriander. That's what gives it that like kind of curry smell, I think. Cumin, ground cumin. Oh, by the way, Trader Joe's, another great store to get things from. I'm sure it's great to work at, but I'm not planning on working there. Okay, so cumin. I'm gonna dump this over the sink because my tablespoon won't fit inside the bottle. And I don't want to spill everywhere, even though I already have. Okay. There's 1 tablespoon. Let's double check. Tablespoons? Yes, tablespoons. Okay, this is where you're going to get some of your heat from the cumin. Come on, cumin, come on. Okay. And then we're going to have turmeric. I don't know how to say it. Starts with the T, turns everything yellow. Be really careful. Don't get this stuff all over you because it won't come out. So again, oh, I have a new bottle. I forgot. Great, that means that it's going to go everywhere. Okay. See how yellow that is? Wow. All right. So this gives it that curry color that we always see in curry. And it also, yeah, turmeric gives a really nice color to pretty much everything you put it in, including your clothes. So again, like I said, be very careful about that. So we're doing 1 tablespoon of turmeric. Wow. Okay, sorry, it kind of just dumped itself out there. And now we're going to do a teaspoon, smaller one, of, I think, dried mustard. Yes, mustard powder, also known as dry mustard. Super tasty. I'm a mustard fan. This is mustard in its purest form. Not really, but teaspoon. And then we get 2 teaspoons of ground ginger. Where's my ginger? Here it is. So this gives it a really nice warm spice. Kind of like, you know, holiday time. I don't know. I know that I use ginger in my pumpkin pie. And cayenne pepper. Cayenne. Heat. Don't put a lot in. Half a teaspoon is enough. Ta-da. Okay, so, yeah. And don't overdo this one, because, oof. Unless you like heat. And then, by all means, dump it in, please. And the last one is that cardamom. Cardamom. 1 teaspoon. Ta-da! Okay. So then you put it in here. And I like to have a little thing that screws on, because then I can go like this. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ha, 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 ha. You know, or you can go da 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 da. Okay, so that's all I got for you. Okay, and then you get this. Ta-da! Nice curry powder that then goes in the risotto curry that we are about to make. So I'm going to take a little break, put away my spices. Clean kitchen is a good kitchen. Okay, talk to you later. Okay, y'all. So kitchen's been cleaned up from the spices, and now we're into the nitty-gritty with the risotto. So this is actually a very simple risotto. It comes with mushrooms and vegetable broth, and of course the arborio rice, which is what makes the risotto so yummy yummy. It gets really creamy the more you stir it, so that's what makes it risotto awesome. You have an onion, and you have your olive oil, and of course the curry powder that we just made, and white wine, which is in the fridge, which I will get out when we need it. Now, I'm going to chop the onion today. However, if you want to have a little shortcut because you're short on time, I will tell you that Trader Joe's makes an amazing bag of diced onions already chopped up for you. So, you know, if you, I use that all the time. However, it goes bad pretty quickly, so understand that you need to use it within probably 3 to 4 days, maybe 5 days, if you're going to need the diced onion and don't have time. Otherwise, get this. These guys last longer, you know. So, okay, here we go. We're going to dice the onion first, so I'm going to move you closer so that you can see what we're doing. And then I'm going to tilt it down because I'm an expert camera person and I want you to be able to see what it is I'm doing. So, We have the onion here. It's fantastic. So what I normally do is cut this side. I learned a little bit of cutting skills. I don't have that many cutting skills, but I learned a little bit from watching the Food Network. So this technique is one that I got from the Food Network, from one of those awesome chefs, because they are my idols for cooking. So right now I'm cleaning off the outer skin, and then I'll be back over there and we'll get to see what's going on. Okay. This onion is not my friend right now. We're gonna cut the onion, okay? By the way, if you ever need to cry, just wipe some onion under your eyes and make you cry. Anyway, okay. Little acting tip for you there. Since I'm an actress, you know. Okay, so some people like to do just, but I don't like it rolling around because I don't want to cut my hand off. So I take off the bottom like that. You can save this part for later. And then, let's see here. So you take your knife and you cut little straightaway slices like this. And so I'm cutting straightaway slices. So it looks like, look at this. Hi, how are you? What are you doing? Okay. And we keep doing that, but don't go all the way through is the thing. And make sure that you don't cut your fingers off. So making a little claw is always very helpful. And then, so once you've done that, hey, how are you? Then you cut like these, as skinny as you want them to be. I like chunky onions, so I don't cut as skinny, but that's how we do it. That's how I do it. I'm sure other people do it differently. I'm sure that chefs are just sitting there laughing at me right now going, oh, what a novice. But you know what? It gets the job done and nobody's really watching. Well, I guess you all are watching now, but whatever. Okay. So then you just slice and dice, and you come out with these little pieces. I don't know, to me it saves some time, which is nice. And you can hold on to the ends like that, so that you don't, again, cut your fingers off. And that's about all I need, so there you go. Alright, then you get all these little pieces. Ta-da! Oh my god, you guys, I'm crying. Okay. So yeah, so then you want to kind of put this to the side. So, over here, we got a little pan. And we're going to put some olive oil in it. And heat it up. So, and you do medium-high. More towards medium than high. But you want to do about a tablespoon of olive oil. And that's, yeah. So, I eyeball it. If you are really crazy about your measurements, you can not eyeball it, you can measure it. If it seems like it's too dry, then you know, just add a little bit of olive oil. If it seems like it's too much, well, then you're just gonna have an oily meal. So, or add more onions or something, I don't know. I like these to be across my pan. I need to turn on the fan. Actually, you know what? We'll open the window. That way it's not so loud. Because since this is a no-budget kind of thing, I don't have a sound guy, as you can tell. So, yeah. Try to make it as quiet as possible. There we go. Okay, so we're going to turn the heat down just a little bit. And we're going to put the onions in, okay? And then we're going to let those cook for a little while. Not too long. We're just going to get the mushrooms going. So I like to use a spoon because eventually you're going to be stirring this risotto. So I use a spoon to stir, you know. Hey, there's my spoon. Stirring the onions. Yay. Okay. Back over here. We're going to do the mushrooms now. So chop up your mushrooms. I'm using crimini mushrooms. You can use whichever mushroom you like. This recipe calls for a cup of chopped portobello. Since I don't have chopped portobello, I'm going to put some of these back because that's going to be more than a cup. There we go. Wash the hand. Hey, you got a shot of my arm there. Okay. So, really easy. This one's easy. So a cutting technique that my husband taught me, because he was a cook for 5 years, is to keep the point down and then chop like this. And I have to hold this because it likes to move. But this is an easy way to chop. I know it seems slow. I haven't learned how to do the really fast chopping, or maybe it's just that I'm afraid to do the really fast chopping. Like, you know, I don't do that. Somebody else can do that. Plus the sound. The sound's too much. So we're going to turn the onions down just a little bit because we want these mushrooms to go in there with it. Again, I like chunky mushrooms, but if you don't, then cut them up smaller or use less. So it's really up to you how much goes in here vegetable-wise. So, alrighty. That looks good to me. Okay. Put those in there as well, into the pan. Alright, so stir these mushrooms in as well. And then you want these to cook over, like I said, medium to medium high, but more towards the medium side. And then you want to do it for about 7 minutes, stirring until everything is tender and a little bit, what's the word? Rendered down. Anyway. I don't know if that's the proper use of that word or not, but I hear it all the time on the Food Network, so why not? Okay, cooking it down, that heat's a little too low now. So, there we go. 7 minutes. I am a time girl, so I like to set my timer. So here we go, setting the timer. Oh yeah, it's not old school, but I'm using the microwave timer because I don't have another timer, because the last time I had a timer, it was here on the stove and it melted. Yeah, watch that on the gas stoves. Don't put stuff that'll melt on your stove. Anyway, so you want to stir this occasionally, and that's all you do with that. So while we're doing that, we are going to take a small saucepan out of the cupboard, and we are going to put the broth into the saucepan because you want the broth to be a little warm. Always use the open one first. You want it to be warm so that yeah, just because. I don't know why. I'm sure that a chef would know why. I don't know why. And we're doing 2.5 cups of vegetable broth, which, by the way, in that recipe book that I showed you, they have a vegetable broth recipe that you can use. However, I found a really nice already made vegetable broth recipe in this, and Sprouts, great, they're organic. Also, Pacific is a good company, and Imagine is a good company for vegetable broth that is pretty nicely allergen-free. So, but if you're nervous about it, make your own. Okay, I'm getting, ding, ooh, clunk. Okay, I'm getting out my measuring cup, and we're going to measure 2.5 cups. This is a 2-cup measuring cup, so I just fill it up to the top. Ta-da! Okay, there we go. That's 2. Pour it in the saucepan. And then we have a little bit left in there. And then we do the next one. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it! Open. Oh, it's so nice to not have to make absolutely everything by hand today. Sometimes it's like that when you're cooking for allergies. Sometimes that can be fun. Sometimes it can be really tedious. Here is the other half cup. Now, I'm just going to put this onto the stove. Here we go. I'm going to put it over here. You just want to heat it up on low. So, this is low. I'm going to make sure my flame doesn't go out. There we go. And you just heat it up. And you want it to be, you don't want it to boil. because you don't want it to dissipate. You want to still have that 2.5 cups. So just warming it, and then you'll start adding it when we are actually cooking the risotto. So, risotto. Anyway. Okay, while this cooks down, let's get our measuring cup out to get the rice ready. Measuring cup. So we're gonna do a cup of arborio rice. By the way, these containers are awesome. You can get them at like Walmart, Target, etc. So just a cup of arborio rice, and we'll just have that ready to go when we're ready for it. I like to clean my kitchen as I go, so I'm gonna go put this in my pantry. Vegetable broth, once it's opened, you have to put it in the fridge. So it's going in the fridge. And while I'm in the fridge here, I'll go ahead and get my wine out. Where'd I put it? Here it is. Because we're going to use that soon. Now they always say cook with the wine that you like to drink. Don't cook with the wine that you don't like, because the food will taste somewhat. A little of the flavor will be like that. So you want to make sure that you have a wine that you like. So, stir this again. 3 minutes. We got 2 minutes left on these onions and mushrooms. So, with the wine, ooh, you guys, it's only 11 o'clock, but no, I better not. Okay, I'm not that big of a wine drinker, I promise you, but it's one of the only things that I can actually drink because of all my allergies, and so sometimes, you know, okay. So we're just going to open this. I can't wait till I can invest in one of those, like, what is the magic electronic wine opener thing that just does it for you, and you just stand here. You're just like, and it's like, and then you're just like, oh, the wine's open. But alas, until that happens, it is the old style way. So, here we go. There we go. So the wine, we want a 1/4 cup. So, I'm going to get my next thingy out, and I'm going to get it ready. 1/4 cup. No, never mind. I can't do it. Alright, so you saved the cork. You can either put it back in, I put it in upside down, if it fits, which it does. Ah, ta-da! There we go. Thank you, Tisdale. And this is a Chardonnay that I'm using. I use drier wines when I'm cooking because the sweet wines tend to be too sweet. Although every once in a while I'll do a Riesling because I like how Riesling tastes. So, washing this off. Ooh, it's time. Okay, so now we've got our mushrooms and our onions cooked down a little bit. We will show you what it looks like. You can see. There you go. I'll get a little closer. That's what it looks like, okay? So we've got that rendered down. So now you're going to add the rice and you're going to add the curry powder. By the way, we want to add 2 teaspoons. Remember what I said earlier? Not this one, this one. See the difference? This one. Otherwise you're going to have a little bit of hot, or maybe a lot. So you want to add 2 teaspoons. So you get the rice in, pour it in, and then you get your curry powder, 2 teaspoons. Again, you don't have to be exact about it. I like a little bit more. Some people might like a little less. That's how it goes. Okay. And then stir it up a little bit. You want to stir the rice and the curry powder. You want to stir this until the rice starts turning just a little bit golden. So, and the stirring, it kind of This rice, like I said, the more you stir it, the more creamy it gets. So this stirring process becomes very important from here on out. So you've got to, when you're doing this curry, you've got to kind of be at this risotto the whole time, being able to stir it. So don't be like, you know, planning a party or babysitting or watching children unless the children are willing to come into the kitchen with you to help you, because you have to kind of stand here and stir for the next, 20 minutes. So after about 3 to 4 minutes of this thing, it'll look like it's turning, and don't let the curry powder throw you off. That's not what's turning it golden. It's the heat. Okay? So you've got the heat going on, and we're stirring. Sometimes I count in my head. Sometimes I sing count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Although that gets a little redundant, and that's not actual seconds. So I won't bore you with that. Hi guys, so it's been 3 to 4 minutes. Let me show you. That's what it looks like a little bit, okay? So now it's time for the montage. It's time for the stirring. So you're gonna stir, you're gonna add your wine. Let's do that. And you stir, you stir it, and you stir it, and you stir it. And the wine will dissipate pretty quickly. Oh God, that smells good. Oh. Okay, and you want to keep stirring it as best you can. If the liquid goes away too quickly, it means your heat's too high. Again, you want to keep it closer to a medium. Okay, and now also keep the cup holder close, because cup measure thing. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so you also want to keep that close, because now we're going to scoop in our broth, half a cup at a time basically, into our risotto. And while you're doing that, you're stirring. So here we go, with off first, and there you go. And set a timer again for 15 to 18 minutes, stirring the risotto. So I'm going to set my timer. And here we go. If you run out of broth, you can use water. If the risotto is still looking like it needs more liquid, or you can use more broth if you want to. When it looks like this, where there's no liquid, add more. And you do that for 15 minutes. This is what we do, you know? You want to make sure that the liquid is at least kind of bubbly, not just sitting there. Keep stirring. Keep on stirring. Ooh, this is a good song. It's so soupy. Okay, you see how it's taking on this like creamy, yummy, like ooh, creamy. Okay. I turned the heat off on the broth because it's warm enough, and we're gonna get through it before it cools down. Oh, it's such a good song. I'm looking at the time, guys. Sorry. Okay, I got 4 minutes left. Broth done. So like I said, if you feel like you need more broth at the end of this, before the time is up, then just add water, or you can add more broth. Just try to make sure it's warm.
She's a beast.
I call her comma. Okay. This is enough Katy Perry. Love you, Katie. Guess what? Today, Orange is the New Black. The new season. Oh my god. I got it. Here we go.
Oh, she is killing your theory. Oh, isn't it?
Oh, snap!
Miracle.
What?
Based on the standing
This show is
weird. I'm going to stick your baby wasn't on the Star Athlete track. Oh, yeah, well, neither was Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow! Yeah! Okay, you guys, that's a wrap. What? Here, let's try it. Okay. So that was 15 minutes, and that's what it looks like. Nice and creamy, yummy, yummy. Okay. There we go. That's what it looks like. Nice and creamy. So now comes the taste test. Okay, so just get a spoon. I'm gonna turn the heat down just a little bit. Now, obviously, if you're just cooking for yourself, you don't need to get a separate spoon. But since I'm doing a show, I should look like I'm trying to be a little professional, don't you think? Okay, so test it out. If the rice, it shouldn't be like gooey, but it also shouldn't be like Tic Tacs. This is pretty good to me. I think I'm gonna go 1 more minute with the stirring. So, you want the rice to have a nice creaminess to it, like it does. I turned my heat down. Hey, trash truck. Isn't that awesome? It's so loud. Oh my god. So I'm just stirring it just 1 more minute. And, but it's pretty good. It's nice, tasty, yummy. So, wow. This is what I hear at like 6 o'clock in the morning on Saturdays sometimes. Maybe not 6. It feels like 6, but it's more like 9. Anyway, seems like the trash truck comes every day to our apartment complex. It doesn't, but it seems like it. I'm gonna double dip because this is for me and not for a party. So if it were for a party, don't use the same spoon. But, there it is. That's it. That's the risotto. Here's what it looks like again. I like to top my risotto with a little bit of pecorino romano because I can have pecorino romano because it's made from sheep's cheese and it's low in casein levels, which is one of my allergies. So, awesome. There you go. Oh my god. Ha! Okay. So, well, see you next time, y'all. This is allergy actress Mary Beth Eversole signing off for now. Bye.